Here, we'll watch Bouncer maul the cat. Bouncer! Hi, Bounce! Hi, Bounce! Bouncer! Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty? Get the kitty, Bounce. Anyway. Get in. Hi, Miss Ellie. Oh, thank you. The tall. Took me a while. Yeah, he's tall too. He is. I don't know where he got that, because I'm not. Back somewhere. I did nothing. Found him on the market. I keep telling everybody. He has no father. I keep telling you. You should have seen us. Do I have to stay here? With Crystal. Well, you know, she's got 3 bedrooms. She's got an $800 rent payment. And... They couldn't get... She hates to admit that she just liked me, but... Get it! Fastest I've seen. That's all that counts. Go, baby! You got that. Mom said, "We're not going to happen without getting the jersey back." Right. And I guess Gary was going to bring an extra. I told him to throw your old one, right? There was a, so Ricky called Gary from Cobb, and Gary said it wasn't there. Get in! Come on! Ricky, get him!
There you go, there you go.
Ball, 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 He went back out there and he was just where they get her.
Get him!
Get him!
Get him!
Get him! Yeah. Way to go, Chris! Daniel's the JV.
Come on, get him!
Get him!
There you go. There you go.
JV must get a better team.
Good job, guys.
Well, us too.
Get him, Chris!
Got a stroller.
Come on, block it!
Right on.
Come on, get block!
Come on, get him! Get him!
Ooh.
Good try, bud!
Keeper down the ball.
Get him open! Get him open!
He's back to pass.
Oh, nice, nice. Ooh.
Too long.
Ooh.
Stay out of puddles!
Come on, Ricky.
Come on,
Let's
get in
go.
there, Ricky!
Go. Come on.
Big face.
Oh!
Shoot. Put it down low. Do you want me to walk over there with you, Jay? And I'm going to go.
Get him. Oh, nice. All right, the ball.
Good job, Danny!
Get me in the
Get him!
Get him. There you go. Oh,
Go down to 14.
All right, Ricky.
I guess that's too big to stand for.
Oh,
Yeah!
Now to get my keeper. Hands up to Nathaniel Ray.
Get him, Alex.
come on, Ricky. Go. Yes, go, Ricky. There we go.
Come on, Sid.
Come on, get him!
Get him, Rick!
Get the ball!
Okay.
Get him! Oh. Hold them, guys! Hold them! Oh, fumble! Yeah. Fourth down.
Get him! Get him! City.
Yeah, come on, Ricky! Go! Yeah! Touchdown! Yeah! Come on, get in there! Block, there you go. Get in. Oh, man.
When he picked off the pass.
Yeah.
Gee, you think it'll be in the paper?
Get in! Yeah, oh, yeah!
I do too. I do too.
Shot him in front.
Block it! Ooh, there you go.
Partially blocked.
No.
No, I can't do it for us.
Trying to relocate to Lakeport instead of Kaya.
Hold on. There you go, Sid. That's down.
All right.
That's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo! There you are. Where's your sister?
They were on the playground.
Covered by Costin.
Just get ready to concentrate on. Go, Ricky!
Get a blocker now.
Ricky, run!
Ooh. Got him.
Hand off. Tackle by Wilder.
Princeton!
Come on, Ted. Go fast.
Catch you!
Under center. Got the pass. Throws.
Yeah, nice.
Come on, Sid.
Flipping him.
Goes to the pass.
Oh.
Get in!
Yeah. Nice. Oh. That's a fight.
Oh, they're better not be a fight. Good Lord.
Who is that? Put your helmet on. That was Levi.
How's that finish?
That was Levi.
Levi Banks.
Whatever.
Vikings!
It'll have to be red next year. I'm going to have Sandra. I'm going to have Sandra tie-dye me C's for Cardinals.
We're having a pizza party here. So thank you all for coming out and supporting the Hoffman Bears this year. And we'll see you all next year.
If you want to drive.
They could at least say congratulations to
They did. Perfect season. That's it.
What are you doing? Hold on, Jake.
Undefeated! That's right! We bad!
most improved. Otter, you can't hear me? A large round of applause.
Wow, undefeated. That's pretty amazing in any sport. Like Chuck said, to do it in our third year. Our first year we were 0-9. I remember our very first game against Mendocino. They brought 14 players over. All us kids were talking, only 14 players. We'll wear this team out. Yeah, the final score was 47-0. Put my glasses on. You know, last year we had a good team. This year we had a great team. Because this team learned how to play as a team. They'd come off the field and they'd say, Coach, the other team's arguing. Yeah, they argue amongst themselves. We did not do that. Game 5, it was a real thrill to coach these kids. We'd send plays, and I know on defense, and Rob will tell you on offense, send a play into my defense. They would break, and I would hear my linebackers and my safety talking. You're reading the play now. Hey, they learned something. That's what made this a great team. They come off the field, they were one unit. There wasn't just a Ricky Wood or a Sid or a Banks. It was 11 players plus the other 12, 13 on the sidelines. This was a true team. I am very proud of this team. You know, like I said, we go undefeated in any sport. In my lifetime, I've only played on 2 other teams undefeated. So you guys should be very proud of this. You know, yeah. You know, this year we scored 252 points. We only allowed 78.
Wow.
The last 3 games we shut them out. First string defense the whole year allowed 37 points. Second string only 41. What more can I say? Second string stepped it up. Second string offense. Second string period scored, and we held first string opponents. As far as stats, last year we had 493 tackles. This year we had 497. Last year we had 18 sacks. This year we had 23. Last year we had 10 interceptions. This year we had 14. Fumble recoveries, we doubled. Last year we had 9. This year we had 18. Like I said, I just can't say enough about the team. I'm going to turn this over to the other 2 coaches here. Like I said, the coaching staff, not only on our team, on the JV. Hey, we have parents out here. Rob doesn't have any kids in the team. Andy doesn't. They donate a lot of time. What I really want to thank, not so much the coaches, but their wives for allowing us the time to go out and do this. And again, the cheerleaders, I don't know how many times as we were shaking hands to the opponents we had just beat, they would always say to me, we have more cheerleaders than we have football players. So, you know, there again, the parental support. I agree with Chuck. I think our home games are more than just a home game, it's an event. People look forward to coming to our home games. I think this organization, like I said, to go 3 years, go from 0-9 to 10-0 in 3 seasons is just beyond all my dreams as a coach. Chuck and I decided to bring this program back to life 3 years ago. But it's all the parents here that make it happen. And like Chuck spoke on a little bit, we didn't quite have the parental support we had last year, but it was still there. There's lots of people who put a lot of time in. I'm going to turn this over to Rob.
I don't know how Tony slid out of this, but for some reason he's not here. This is not a game of fairness sometimes. All I can say is, for most parents, But offensively, we did real well. We had over 2,627 yards total. For this age, that's pretty phenomenal. In my book. I don't recall what we had last year because I think those stats went to Rob's filing cabinet, which is around there. Garbage can. Actually, I usually burn them. Stats are, like I keep saying, stats aren't, they don't, how do you keep stats for 11 guys? You can't. Yeah. I can go on with that, but we'll just give it to the name. I know. Well, we're going to start out with our number one rusher, and I'm sure we all know who that is. The kid's got a skill, and I hope it continues. Ricky, where you at? All right.
You know, you're on here more than anybody else. Get out of the way.
Brandon. He came to us. He was a swimmer. Son of bad sport. My dad tried to get me into swimming several years ago when I was, well, many years ago. I just couldn't get into it, so I continued to play football.
He wouldn't float.
We looked at him. I thought, oh, we got ourselves a nice, tall, fast wide receiver. Well, Brandon turned out to be a better defensive player than an offensive player, and I hope. You know, in all my years of coaching, it's 6 or 7 now, from baseball to football. And as my years in law enforcement, I can't count the years in the military because I've seen some pretty gnarly things. But I have got to admit, this is the first time this year that we have had a pretty decent injury. You know, I tell a lot of kids, get off the field, you're just wasting space. I know parents don't enjoy hearing that when they see me telling their kids to just walk off when they're carrying a bloody finger or whatever. That's the game. The game of football is about injuries. Back with us next year, hopefully with 2 good arms and not one in a cast. This is my guy. If I ever needed anybody to play any position on the field, he could do it. He was everything from my field goal kicker to even I can quarterback coach. And he did a great job for our second string offense. I know they didn't get a whole lot of playing time. The playing time they did, they got some of the, second string offense could have won against any of these first string offenses, and I know had we taken more time, had I taken more time to work with them, we could have beat them. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, he was the one that would always, anytime I needed somebody, he'd say, I can do that, coach, I can play. And that's something good. Proper, where are you at? Here's another one of my backs, actually kind of back/receiver. Second string, but once again, I had to yell at him a couple times, tell him to run straight ahead. But he's a small guy. Small guys like to go sideways. They like to do these little wiggles and the waggles. And us big guys, we don't like that. We like to run straight ahead at us. Derek, where are you at? Well, we have first string, we have second string, and we even have a couple third strings. But we always have our fifth string position. We have a fifth string quarterback. We have a fifth string kicker. The worst case scenario, we have a whole lot of bones sticking out on the field. I know I can count on Derek to also come into play any one of those positions as my fifth string player. Derek, where you at? This guy, when I first saw him, actually was a JV player, did a heck of a job, and he did a great job for us. And I'm counting on him next year to do even better. Nathan. This next guy did just an outstanding job on defense. Had some great, just some super big hits. Usually coming up out of nowhere and just leveling something. Bryce. Alright, well, I guess we gotta do our first running back. We might as well do our second one. He came from Healdsburg, and first couple of practices, just kind of, you know, what position do you play? Well, I've done this. Well, have you ever played here? Oh yeah, I did that too. And kind of just going, well, great. What can you really do? Well, I think he showed us what he could do. Sid. Now all I'm going to say is, where's the China guy? Come on, you can stand up.
Where's the what?
He's our starting quarterback. Great job. First year, couldn't ask for more. Actually, he got the longest reception, I think, for all 3 years. I don't think we threw a longer pass. That was a Nathan Ricky Mel. Look at him. This is another one of our, he'll be back with us next year, right? And I count on him to fill some pretty big voids on the line. He did a great job filling in this year on defense and on offense. A little confused sometimes on the offensive line, but that can happen if we're not always there. And we don't get to work with a lot. Unfortunately, time doesn't allow us to work with every kid individually like I'd like to. If I had 10 hours a day to work with them, I would. Spill it. You know, I take that back on the injuries. One was on the football field, and then another one I get this call while on duty. And all I can think of is, how is the Terrace Middle School having a huge fight with golf clubs? You know, I can understand at the high school, maybe the kids, another school came and visited, and they got a little upset. The golfing teams went at each other because the 18th hole or whatever. But at Terrace, I didn't even know they had golf clubs here, and I really hope they take them out because it took one of my tight end right out of the gate. Darren, where are you at?
Darren, miniature golf, okay?
Actually, I prefer if you use these little plastic golf clubs next time. You know, like the little kids get, the junior golf club. There you go. That poor kid, 3 years, I don't think he's completed a full season yet in here. 3 years, 3 injuries, and none of them that I know of, other than... The second one did happen on the football field. The other two, the golf club in the head, we don't play with golf clubs, and the falling off the wall. Oh, see, that's the wrong one. Anyway, out of 3 years, he's had three pretty good injuries. Stutzman, where you at? This guy kept trying to get for a touchdown. I got the field for a lineman. I had this play for a lineman called the tackle out. I threw it to 3 different different linemen, and I have this theory: linemen aren't meant to run real fast, and they proved it. Two of them were wide open and could only go about 20 or 30 yards, and then they'd get caught by the smallest guy in the other team, who was just a little bit quicker than my lineman. Lawrence was one of the guys that caught one of those passes. Great job. Daniel got me in a lot of trouble in our last game. We had a wet ball. We had to put second string in it. He's my second string in the center. Well, he can't grip the ball when it's wet. So we put Cole back in there. Well, by doing that, the other coach got a little upset at him. So I had to put Daniel back in. All I can say is the coach said not to be able to snap the ball. I said, just do it. You can do it. And that's his attitude all year long. Daniel. He'll be back with us next year. He'll probably be one of our key linemen. Just the attitude alone. The next guy, he was another one of our, he filled in on my line a lot when our second string came in. We put him down there at guard or tackle. He was a little confused in the beginning, but he came along in the end and did a fine job holding down the it was unfortunate. I believe he sprained his ankle. Parents, you gotta let these kids, when they need to go to school, go to class, no recess, come home, do their homework, come to football practice, let me hurt them, and then come back to you. Too many injuries are happening at the school. Kenny sprained his ankle, I think, about 2 games out of the end of the season, and unfortunately missed our last 2 games, but he still played a great part of our team. Kenny, where you at? I guess I missed the practice or two where this young man came into us a little late. But I guess there was some confusion about sign-ups, and I'm just glad that they let him on. He was another one of my linemen who can't run very fast. Actually, I don't think he caught one. I think we threw to him twice. One was over the head. The other team, Calistoga kind of threw a real quick play at me. I didn't realize they had the same play I did, tackle out. I thought that was kind of my own little makings here at this level. Well, Calistoga ran the same play, so when I ran it, not only did they cover with one guy, but they put 3 guys on my tackles. He ran it down, so he didn't get the pass. Chris will do well in the coming years. Chris, where you at? This guy, kid, came into us in a pretty straight ahead, wanted to play receiver, and he did. Worked real hard at it. Started on me, and then towards the end of the season, he got this weird bug. He wanted to play defense. So when I called for my flanker back, my starting flanker back was never around. He was always over on defense. So he got a little confusion on where he's supposed to be, but I hope he'll end by next year. Justin, where you at? This year we took a couple long time standing soccer players and turned them into football players. Oh, you already must know what we're talking about. Freddie came along and he could catch the ball and run to a Freddie Maria or Alfredo. On and on again, off again. This year he actually stayed with us the whole season and it was great. He did some great things on defense, tried a little offense, and needs to study a little harder on offense. But he'll also have some good times coming up. Levi, where are you at? Nobody wants to talk to me, I guess. Here's another one. got him in as much as we could. Another outstanding receiver, has some really good hands. Had a problem with sometimes remember what pattern to run here and there. He scared me a couple of times. I used my receivers to run plays in on offense. And I gave him a play, and he took 3 steps out. I don't know if it was nervousness or what. He came back and asked me again, Coach, what did you tell me to tell the quarterback? And I was just going, oh, no, here we go. Randy, where you at? Or Robert, where you at? I'm sorry. Yeah, Coach, I'm here. Good job.
Okay, well, since Andy doesn't want to talk, boy, here's a player. We had a player last year, Aaron Parlett, that I thought for his size was one of the toughest guys on the field. Well, this child, player, proved me wrong. Maxwell Beard. This is another player who played defense, played anywhere we asked him to play. A great joy to coach because every time we needed a player, he always raised his hand and we put him in on the line somewhere. Always went into the game, did whatever he was told. Joe Belchi. A great soccer and other sport, baseball, and now football. He just tore him up on the line. He led the team in sacks in 5. Daniel Fridley. Another defensive player, played middle linebacker for us. Another child that would play anywhere we asked. I believe he played tight end a few times on offense. Actually caught a couple passes, I believe. Another good kid to coach, Danny DeWalt. Another player we could put in anywhere we needed him. Probably the best center in the league this year. Playing some defense. Everybody wanted to come in and play defense the last 2 games. But like I said, there is a rule. We can't do that. We try every now and then, and we always got in trouble. I've coached Cole for about 6-7 years in various sports, and another just a fine young man, Cole Hensler. Boy, like Rob was saying earlier, I believe we have 6 players between the varsity and JV who's played soccer. Here's another player that came up this year, has played football with us, did a great job as a wide receiver, Tanner Wiggs. I wish this child would just grow a little bit. Here again, another child I've coached for several years in different sports. A great kid, but I just wish he would grow another foot. It'd be real nice. Alex Canosa. This is a player we've coached the last couple of years. Came out and wanted to play defense. Put him on corner. Did a real good job. Chad Samuelson. Here's another player that came out this year, wanted to play some defense, did a really good job playing defense no matter where we put him, whether it was a middle linebacker, defensive end, or outside in the corner. Last couple of games we put him on the corner, did a great job on coverage. Anthony. Varsity players, if you notice on your trophies at the top, it says undefeated 10-0.
Then stand up and do it.
I'm pretty superstitious, man. I actually had those ordered a week before our last game, so I'm really thankful we won that last game. I didn't tell anybody, not even the coaches. I don't think I even told my wife that I went ahead and ordered those. I wanted to order them a few weeks ago, but I just knew, I just didn't want to do it. The Thursday or the Wednesday before we went to Hopland, I ordered that extra plaque.
You can take it.
Then we get over to Hopland, I hear other parents talk, oh, the Hopland team should be 10-0, they've had some tough breaks, and I'm thinking, I jinxed this team. But we didn't, and I was very happy that we didn't. These are some special awards. What we did this year is we had the kids vote on 4 players. Best offense, best defense, best offensive line, best defensive line. And I'm going to start with defense. Now this is what the players voted on. Really no surprise. Counting the votes up, there was a few surprises, but the total, there is no surprise here. Best defensive player this season, Sid. Defensive lineman. What can I say? He was an animal this year. And he's put a helmet on his head and look out. Like I said, he led the team in sacks and Ridley. Now we switch to offense. Offensive lineman. You know, to make yardage, I don't care who the running back is, whether it's Sid, Maxwell, Nathan, Ricky, we have to have a line. Definitely the leader on our offensive line, Cole Hensler. Okay, best offensive player.
Who's that going to be?
You know, I've had the pleasure coaching him before football. We had him in soccer. Just a real joy to coach. I don't think anybody, no matter where we went every year, I always had other players and other coaches tell me, oh, we have a player just as fast as number 7. I haven't seen it. I didn't see it this year. I only saw it once last year. Just a good kid to coach. One of the toughest passive runners I've seen on the field the last couple of years, Ricky Wood. Okay, now as coaches get to vote on a couple of players, we all met, we talked about most improved. And everybody is improved. I'm not a big fan of most improved, but you have to have it. Everybody on the team is improved. We all got together, most improved from 3 years ago. We came on the team, a little shy, didn't want to hit. Came out, played corner for us, had a great year on corner. What I like about coaching kids, not only this child, it brings to mind Justin Mills. Always in practice, always talking, Coach, he did this, what can we do? And we talk to him, I like that. Instead of saying, hey, I just don't know. He'd always come up every practice and have questions. Another child would say, hey, I can't cover this guy, Coach. You need to pull me out. I don't want to get burnt. No, you can cover this guy. Just give him a few yards and he'll be fine. And he had a great year, Bryce Butcher. Most improved on defense. This is a kid that was most improved everywhere, whether it was defensive line, offensive line. Just came on real strong all year. Daniel Gilday. Then we had one more trophy, most inspirational. You know, the team really came together when this child got injured. They actually had a special prayer in practice. Really nice, very nice kid to coach. Known him for several years in other sports we've coached. And I hope next year when he comes back, we can go through a whole season. Gary Jackson. You know, in the past, we've always had the kids pass out the coaches' plaques, but I'm going to do it this year. Hey, come on up.
Gary.
Come on up, you guys can hand them up. I just want to say a few things I said, you know, earlier. You know, everybody puts a lot of time in here. You know, this is a coach that has nobody playing on the team, not even cheerleader or anything, but he puts in his time. It's our third year coaching together, and it's like a baseball team. The more you play together, the more you coach together, the better you're going to get. I hope he stays around next year, because I know he has an opportunity to go to the high school next year and coach. Rob Whitfeld.
I got Tony the Bulls, and he's not here. But Tony's a good guy. He's always there to check us in for practice, make sure everybody's there. And next time, you did a good job.
The picture's not coming out good. The picture's coming out all blurry.
This one is for the guy that never matches.
Alright, you take it. Come on.
No, it's mine. This one goes out to someone who's been coaching me all my life. My dad.
Again, thank you. I would like to have all the 8th grade players come on up.
Oh, because you're leaving, huh?
You know, these are the players that will be missing next year. And I'm sure all these players will be going up to the high school team. If you hadn't noticed, the JVs this year were 9-1 in the high school. The kids were feeding them to make that team even stronger. Here again, this is a really nice group of kids to coach. I know all this year the coaching staff at the high school has talked to all the coaches down here. And this program is improving that program. The JV coaches improve our program. Us in turn improve the high school program. So this is a really good group of kids here going to that high school team. And it's just been a joy coaching all of you. Thank you very much.